Welcome to Authors Tell All Valley with spicy host Shy Soul. The show starts soon. Stay tuned.
Gangsters on the beat.
Hello, everyone. We are live on this beautiful Friday night. I am your host, Shy Soul, and we are live with Author Dak. I hope I am saying it right. when when I seen her name, I was like, this is so unique and different. I was like, I hope I'm not saying it wrong. I hope she's not, pronouncing it.
It's not. My husband was a high school. He gave me the name, so
Oh, that's sweet. So we will be talking about her new book. Well, new book, past release, that's out right now. We'll also be talking about her books that have been out before, all her author accomplishments, and so on and so forth. You guys know how the show is, but she's new. This show is about to be so welcoming. You'll love it as soon as we get started. So let's just hop into your book that's out right now.
oh, so the book that's out right now is Love Roughly, The Fuck Saved Me. I don't know. Right now, that's my favorite book. But I feel like every book I put out that's new is my favorite book. So right now, that's my favorite. So it's a book. I want to say it's inspired by people in my life. So that's why the book is so personal for me. And I released part 1 a month ago. It's been going well. As far as my page views go and everything, but it's taking me a little bit on the longer side to do my second part to it. It's only because I need it to be perfect, though, so I'm just working on it. I like how it came out the first part, and I just need the second part to add up to that as well.
I already know how you feel. That's why my publisher, he has been down my throat. He's like, you need to get part 2 out. He was like, because we know that your part 1 was great. You're just coming out as,
right. But the thing is, like, when they put that pressure on you, like, put the part 2 out, okay, you can't rush me, and then I'll put out part 2 that nobody don't like, then who everybody coming at me? So I can take my time in that aspect, especially a part 2. A part 1, you can put together a part 1, but that second part, it just has to add up to that part 1. Like, you can't turn around and do something,
right.
You gotta be the same.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel with the type of book that I wrote. I mean, if you read it, you'll be like, yeah, Shy, Monette, whichever author name she's writing under right now, she needs to take her time with this one, because this book right here is something crazy. Now, I've read the book. The book is really, really good. I've read some of your other books as well, as you know. With that, you're welcome. With that, I was so... We'll get into that. We'll get into why... she only has this one book. She had a lot of other books up, people. Okay? She had a lot of other books up, but we'll get into that craziness. But anyway, so when do you see yourself, completing book 2? Because you're not with a publisher, so you can take as long as you want to.
Yeah, but I don't want to take as long as I want to. I want to keep my momentum up, so I really still want to push for this month part 2 to be done. If not, it'll definitely be in the beginning of April. Like, I got to get it out. I mean, being that I'm not signed to anyone, I feel like I got to go harder. I got to keep releasing back to back to back to back in order for my name to get out there. So I want to do that, like, as quickly but as accurate as possible.
Right. That's exactly what my publisher said. He was like, I know you want to do all these other different genres because I want to do paranormal as well. And he's like, first, since you're writing in an urban community, you want to come out with that urban book first. And then he said, after that, you could do whatever you want to do. He said, you could do whatever you want to do. He said, I have no problem with that. But he was like, I just want you to get that done and out, and you move on to whatever else you want to move on to. So I'm working on this thick old romance book, and I'm still completing, the paranormal. For me, paranormal takes time. So that's a whole category for itself.
You gotta do a whole lot of research on that. Because I was thinking about it, but I'm like, oh my God.
You should. Oh my, it's so fun.
Because my urban books already has me on edge. Me on a paranormal, I think I'll probably lose my head. Like, I don't even know.
Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to tell you that paranormal, it'll take you to kind of like a different place. So I get what you're saying in that spot. I get what you're saying there.
It's a little different, but it's enjoyable. People reading it. And And then I just love hood stuff, period. So my paranormal book, I feel like it would be real hood. It'll probably be selling cold. Who knows? Let me.
Do you know I've actually talked to authors who have made their paranormal books that way, and it came out so good because it's different. I mean, it's us. It's very different, but it flowed right. You get what I'm saying? But me, I'm just traditional, I guess, because I grew up reading all the. I just grew up reading all that stuff. So.
Saying I definitely feel right. Me, I ain't gonna read no paranormal stuff. If I do, I would have to do my research, and then when I finally do that paranormal, it's gonna have to have a little, of what I'm used to. Like, I'm gonna need to keep it in the family.
Now, yes, don't get me wrong. Even though that I've been reading that for so long and so many years since I was younger, I still have to do my research. It's a lot of different stuff that you can do with paranormal. Like, not just the traditional werewolf or anything like that. It's a lot. I'm doing a lot of different stuff in my book. And plus, I talk to a lot of paranormal authors, too. So they'd be like, you can do whatever you want. Just have it urban. But you can still do it however you want to do it,
Right, however you want it, right.
Mm-hmm.
See it. That's how I would have done it. If they expect some paranormal book out of me, that's what it's going to be.
Hey, I'm here for it. I always encourage if you listen to any of my podcasts, I always ask any author that comes on the show that question: will you write a paranormal or any type of different genre? Because if you're such a great writer, you can venture out into.
You should be able to touch like all different. Creativity, man. I'll tell you something. When you creative, you can make anything pop, anything happen. You can make a story out of anything, for real. So I am interested in that, but right now it's like, all right, hold on, let me get a handle on getting these books out first, and then maybe somewhere down the line, well, paranormal be on the list.
Yeah, with me, how I am, I'm like a multitasker. I like push myself. Sometimes I may push myself a little bit too hard, but I definitely do push myself. So with me starting out writing years ago, I dabbled in almost everything, so I can see exactly which genre. Of course, I was going to be in urban, but like which main and subgenre I was going to be in. And that just became, the regular urban and then romance. And then it just dove into urban, romance, and paranormal too. I just really took my time with it because my brother, he likes my books. I'm going to just say he likes them because he's like, I don't know how my sister knows about this stuff, but okay, I like them. So when I had him read my first paranormal story, he was like, yeah, I see you going somewhere. It was like, I love this. I was like, how you love? He was like, I'm not going to tell you why, I just love it. Probably because it was so violent and sexual and stuff. That's probably the reason. But we're not going to touch up that subject. So, I just love to push authors in, different spots too. Because we can do so much anyway. So, hey, I'll be in your inbox bothering you like, you know what? I give you some tips. Literally, I really will. I don't care if it's a storyline that I've worked on or wanted to work on. I'll give it to another author and be like, you can have it. I really don't care. I mean, I have. My mind is just full of stories. Like, it doesn't bother me at all. I'm always the person here to help other authors. It makes me never mind. If it becomes a bestseller, hey.
Right. That's the thing. Because when you got ideas constantly, it's like, okay, I give away ideas for free because, like you said, my mind just keeps going. I have 1,000 more ideas. So, if I got an idea, I'm going to give it to somebody if I'm not going to use it, especially. And even if they don't use it, I'm going to use it. Look, somebody's going to use it, okay?
Right. Because I have so many stories. Like, my publisher, I'm going to keep shouting him out because he you got so many stories just bottled up somewhere. You just need to get in your zone like I usually do and just pump out all these stories. Half of my stories are done and I just need to edit them. Half of them are not even finished. I have a lot of half done stories, especially the book that's 100K. I've been talking and working on that book.
100K half done? Bro, you was tripping. I'm sorry.
It's 100K. Yes, I don't know. It's just it's actually one of my favorite stories, and it's not even done yet. And I've been working on that book since 2017.
like 3 years.
Yeah, and I've honestly surprised a lot of people when I said that, because I am a very young writer to begin with, and I started off publishing my own books young anyway, for free on Wattpad. So, that's a lot of establishment.
That's how I started. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
you started there as well. Okay.
Yes, I read your books on
I
Wattpad.
love Wattpad.
Yes.
Really?
Yes, I was one of your fans. Seriously.
Oh, I would have never. That is so crazy. Because I would never thought that. But yeah, I love me some Wattpad. Oh my God.
Guys, if my fans can go through my Wattpad and they see how many authors I have on my page that got published, right? And how many comments I was in, like, girl, you should get published. This book is bomb. And then next thing I know, I see you guys on Facebook. I'm like, adding her right now because I've been a fan and I'm gonna be a fan till now.
Crazy because I don't even be finding people from Wattpad on Facebook. I just don't pay attention enough, I think. But that is so cool. Like, it really is. Because I be reading people's stuff on Wattpad. Wattpad is so underrated. I'm telling you, people. Oh my God, the talent on there it's a lot of talent on there, and I be just like to people like, damn, you should publish this book. Like I used to be in here with stuff like that. Like you need to publish this book. Like that was that good.
Right.
I done read some good books on Wattpad that I haven't even seen on Amazon. Like for real.
Exactly. Exactly. That was my place where I started, and I never forgot about my fans. So, when I finally picked my, I never knew, when I was on there, I never knew that I would get published or anything like that, because that wasn't the route I was going at first. I was just writing for fun, writing for, just something after school or whatever would hold you.
You do, like a hobby.
It was a hobby.
Exactly
A hobby. So when I picked that author name, I was like, I really like doing this, and I'm doing something I really love. So that name just stuck with everybody. So they was like, have you read Shy Soul book? I'm like, oh God, they know me. I'm like, this is only supposed to be fun, right? I'm like, they know me. No, this is not what this was supposed to be. But I really liked it. So when I got a publisher, they was like, oh, we already heard about you from Wattpad. I'm like, huh? Excuse me?
That's right. That's right. And I don't know. I'm surprised, I guess, because there's so many people who like come from like you said, and be published. Like, because when I started writing, I was like writing on Wattpad for like 3 years, and then my first publisher, Shan, I never even knew publishers be on Wattpad. Honestly, I was oblivious to the entire writing world. Honestly, like I would read books, but I wasn't the one to like be adding people on Facebook, all that other extra stuff. I wasn't doing it. So when Shan first reached out to me, I was surprised. Like when I say surprised, I was like, wait, what? Like it was so funny. I thought it was a scam because I was so young. I had no idea. Like, oh, I could be published at 17 years old. Like what?
Right.
I don't think that much. Like, yeah.
We started at the same age, basically. I don't know if you're older than me now, or we are definitely the same age. I don't know. I'm just guesstimating here.
I'm 23 now.
Okay, yes. See, at that time, I was writing August Alsina love stories. I swear to God, that was my go-to. That was the trend back then, was those August Alsina love romance books. It was nothing. Wattpad was just filled with those. Those were the days. That was so much fun. They was like, oh my God, she got the best August Alsina stories. I'm like, it's just a fan fiction. It's not like it's gonna pop up on Amazon. I don't know what made me say that. I actually said that on one of my. I was like, it's not like it's gonna pop up. And long story short, it was a publisher who had commented on the book, and I didn't even take it serious. I was like, yeah, I get a whole bunch of y'all every day. No, not even knowing, because I wasn't on Facebook like that. I didn't even know it was this many publishers back then. That's how you know I was just doing this for fun.
I'm just now finding out all these publishers 2020. Like, I was like, wow, I'd be so shocked. Like, damn, everybody will publish up in the piece. Like, I was oblivious. Even, like, up until 2019, when I finally was second company, that's when I finally started knowing about other publishing companies, and even, like, realizing, like, little stuff like the authors, like, the charts. And I don't know, I was just learning little stuff here and there. Like, I've never was, that all into writing until 2019.
Right. I can say I had a big pause, like between 2017 and 2018. I don't know what was my reason. I guess I know. I just know that writing, I was trying to figure out myself. I'm going to say that. I was trying to figure out because I was in love with art and I was like, I don't know what I want to do. I'm in school. I don't know if I want to be a writer. I don't know if I want to be an artist, own my own business. And my dad was just like, you can do anything you want. We're here to support you. You can do all of it if you want to. And that's basically what I'm doing now. I have.
The kind of dad right there that I need. And to do all of it, period. Yes.
He was like, we
Like that.
see, right. He was like, we see that you're very into your writing. Like, I'll be in my room hours just writing and be like, Dad, I came up with this new storyline. And like, it was becoming a everyday thing and then like a monthly thing. And then next thing you know, I'm complete with a book in like 3 months and I take a long time to write too, like 6 months or a year. And now these books are being read by, I don't know how many Kindle readers and all this other stuff. I didn't think I was going to get that far, you know? I don't think any writer like us would be like, well, ain't nobody going to just, read our books. And then they are reading our books.
Yeah, this being my first indie book. Man, I almost had anxiety attack. I was a girl going through all kinds of stuff. I'm like, oh my God. This is my first self-published book. I gotta promote. I gotta figure out a way for people to read it. I know it's a good book in itself, but I'm like, yo, I need everyone else to read it so they can know it's a good book. Like, they can know, like, how I write and, how I write or whatever. So, for me, it was nerve-wracking, I could say the least. And I'm happy that part is over, that the book is actually out now. And I'm seeing, like, the reviews that it's getting on it. I'm excited. I'm happy about it. So, now that that's out the way, it's like, okay, girl, keep going. Push through.
Right. And with us and how long it took us, some people don't understand. Like, I still can't believe that people are like, oh, you're a writer. And as you can see, I didn't say that exciting in my tone. And I hate that because it's writers who write songs. It's writers who write scripts for TV and all this stuff. Are you saying that to those people? I don't think you are, because you're thinking they make more money than us. Not necessarily. Because if one of our books get picked up by one of those people, now what are you going to be saying?
Hello.
Exactly.
Yeah, but right there.
Because it's so many authors, again, that I've talked to, then I didn't manifest and said, you know what, I've read this book. It's a lot of authors that I've read their books so many times. I'm like, this book is going to be, they're going to come out with their own web series or something like that. And it's been a few that has written their own scripts and everything. And I'm like, see, I told y'all. I pushed y'all. I will, like Barbie, I've been in her inbox since we had our podcast, and I've been harassing her. I love her. She loves me. So, hey, it's mutual. And I said that she was definitely going to turn that book into her own movie, television series. And she did. And I can't wait to see it. That's why
That's lit. That's always the goal. To do more than just write a book and then just be sitting there as a book. Like, it's always like, that's lit. That's lit. Just period. Like, that's always the goal, to do more with your writing. So, because, once she gets that on and popping on, as a show or whatever, man, whew, she lit. So I'm going to say, she's lit. She's lucky. She's blessed. I say that much.
exactly. And I definitely want to get to that point. I mean, I've had screenwriters come to me. I'm like, I'm not even close to be. I know when I'm ready for that point. I'm not ready for that point yet. I have so many great stories, but I'm like, nah, I don't want it to be this point yet. I don't want it to be this book. I have my book where I'm like, I want this to be a movie or a series.
Right.
That 100K story, that's that story that I really want. And it's not going to be a part 1, part 2 either. It's going to be a whole thick book. I'm so serious. It's going to be a big old thick book. My publisher is not, I've been telling him that it's not going to be a series. It's not going to be a part 2. It's going to be one thick love story. That's it. That's it. And I mean, I've read the book like more than 20 times. My own story. Like,
I've done that with a book. No, that's so funny.
that's how you know it's gonna be good.
Like, yes, this book that I just put out. I swear to God, I memorize every detail, every part. Like, and I've never had a book like that. But this book, like, that's how I was about this book. I was just, girl, when you love your book, I know exactly what you mean.
Exactly, and this is like my. I can actually say this is like one of my favorite because it has so much realism that's going on with it, and then like I could have been had the story out because there's so many television series that didn't came out that's like my book and all this little extra stuff, and I'm like I could have been had this out, but I feel as if I'm not finished with it yet. Literally, I'm like on almost chapter 50, and I'm not even done.
Nah, but if you're not done, because if you're not done, I wouldn't stop you, baby. Because only you know when it's done. You want to know when that ending part is near, or how you want to end it. When you're tired of it, especially. When you're tired
Right.
of it, I'm like, all right, let me get this book out.
Right. And I haven't even become tired of it yet. Like it's this movie on Netflix called To All the Boys I've Loved Before. That is my favorite. I've read the books.
I definitely seen it. I've definitely seen it. Like seen it on Netflix, but I never seen it yet.
I had to take a pause. It's a big recommend for anybody who's listening. That the books is amazing. The show is amazing. I can say that's one of like the best representations of a book that I've seen on Netflix. Like they really did that really, really good. Yeah, they really did that good. I wish they would have did the same for True to the Game, but hey, different writers. Different writers. Hopefully part 2 will be Yeah, because whoever did that, I still want to hurt them, because why? Y'all could have did so much better. Exactly. That's why I want to take so much time with the people who's going to be, I will be the main writer of my screenplay anyway, but I would definitely have more writers anyway to be like, because you just... Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Because, like they say about Tyler Perry, like how he's the only one, writing all his scripts.
I think that's insane.
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane because you do need...
He boxing him. He put him
I was just about to say that.
You're not even welcoming other opinions to how something could be better. Like, yeah, you're a great writer, but everybody's writing can be better. So if you, why not have a writer from where people are pitching ideas towards you? And, when people pitch ideas towards you, man, like, you go through 20 different storylines. You probably even think of a storyline for another movie or whatever. So it's just kind of, I don't know. I find that kind of strange. I don't want to say, but, I mean, we got money, so.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true. But I totally agree with you because... I mean, his work can be 1,000 times better. He can be on a whole nother level if he's having other people, pitch and working, so it's not just his one mind. I mean, we rewrite books and we can do different stories each month. I mean, it's some authors that can write books in a week, 3 weeks, and go on to a new story like it's never happened. He definitely needs writers like that. Most definitely. But hey, to each their own. So with your books, now, how many books have you had out total?
Like, since I've been writing.
Published.
When I start with Shan, I'm going to name them all because I really don't even know. So with Shan, I did May the Best Bitch Win. That was my first ever book. Don't read it. It's cringy to me. And then it was all I Need in This Life or something like that.
Yes, that was my book.
I'm sorry, because I stopped writing for so long.
My heart. That was one of my books That was one of my books. Yes, that was one of my favorites by her. Yes.
Really? Wow.
Yes, it was.
And, yeah. Brooklyn's Finest, I did that with Yanni. That was one of my favorite books that I did with Shan when I was signed for them. And I had His Other Woman, also with Shan. And then I was supposed to publish, honestly, I'm not with Shan, but I sat on that book for, I would say like 2 or 3 years. That's why when you told me you were working on a book from 2017, I'm like, girl, I'm not knocking you, because I've had a moment where I just stopped writing for a really long time. So then I was honestly in my 1 and 2. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then Devoted to Outlaw, 1 and 2. That's 9 books. And then No Limit to That Girl's Love, 1 and 2. That's 11 books. Then She Made a Savage Catch Feeling, 12 books. And then this book that I just self-published, 13 books. That's my first time ever counting all those books there. Yeah.
That is a accomplishment within itself.
I don't think, not when it's not there, show for it. I don't have these books to show for it, so I kind of put them on the back burner because it's like, alright, I don't got them, so.
Yeah, I totally.
It ain't out until I get it back. It's not out, so it kind of don't exist for me. I feel like.
Mm-hmm. I totally understand that. I really do, because the publisher I was previously with, my books are gonna be up. Like I told you, and I think you know this. I need to make it more known, but I did change my publishing, my author's name. So,
Did you?
yes. So obviously you didn't know. So, my new name is Monette Dragon, because I'll be writing paranormal and more dark romance, and hey, it was the stuff I was writing on Wattpad, so that was the route I wanted to go, and this is the route I'm going to go, so I'm happy with that. I think that's pretty much why that break and why I was interested, but again, I wasn't that interested like last year and the year before that. Now I'm just so happy to put out all these new stories. So with that, I'm actually starting off as a new author, because they're like, who is this? I'm like, that's Shy Soul, she just changed her name. They're like, for real? What?
And because with Shan, I was my actual name. I was the occupied, and then when I got it, Royalty, I was Doc. Like, that was me, like, okay. Because I don't know, I feel like when I did take that break, I definitely did improve my writing. I would say that it taught me a lot, like, as far as, like, being patient and producing my books, and, as far as details go, because I don't feel like my old books had enough detail in them. Mm-hmm. I feel like my books now, I don't know, I feel like in that time frame that I stopped writing, I had enough time to read and see, okay, this is what I like in the book right here. You know what I'm saying? I like that I can know what something smells like on this man's clothes. Like, little things like that is what I picked up on when I was reading. So I was able to implicate, like, that, that long break, I was able to implicate that into my writing last year.
Exactly. Because my publisher, he was like, you have all this potential. He was like, but have you found your place where you want to write? Because he's like, I've read all your other books. He was like, I found you on Wattpad too. He was like, I've been wanting to sign you for a long time. So he was like, do you want to be in that place with the improvement of your writing writing skills that you have now and everything that you learned? Or do you want to stay in that place where you were? I was like, I don't want to write. I was at the point where I was like, I don't want to write under Shy Soul anymore. That was a place where I was just writing books for people who just loved urban. I wasn't writing my urban love stories for me to love and for other people to love. So, yeah. So, like, that was where the pause came from. And I was like, I don't know what I want to do with my books. But I wasn't going to give it up. I definitely can't give up writing, because I have so many stories to tell and I'm not finished yet. Yeah, so he was just like, find your place and we'll get there. So when I sent him the book that I published with him with this new name, he was like, yeah, this is the story. He was like, this is where you need to go. This is the stuff that I definitely know you want to write. He was like, so we gonna get this done. And now I'm just staring at my thick old book on my desk. That's my inspiration. I have my book right there on my desk. When I come sit at this desk, I'm like, yeah, that book telling me that I need to write, that I need to get 7K done or 10K done today, or whatever can come out my brain today, basically. So, yeah, I just love writing all the way around the board.
You be stressing me out sometimes, but the love is definitely there for sure. Like, I've been doing this stuff. I ain't stopped yet. That's all I'm going to say. I ain't stopped yet. Today I do. I don't think I'm stopped, but
right. I was at that point where I was like, do I want to stop? Right. I was like, I found my place. When I found out that people really do know me, because I'm still that author where I'm like, they don't know my name. They don't know who Shy Soul is. And they really do. And they really were like reading my books. I had a fan stop me in my favorite store who worked there, was like, oh my God, I got your book in my car right now. I'm like,
see, that's lit. Like, I be like, that is like so good of a feeling to have when people just come to you like left and right. And that's like, I don't think people realize like a review and on the book, it just goes so much of a long way with whether it's good or bad. Because if it's a bad review, as long as it's an honest bad review, don't leave no bad review that's, that don't have nothing to do with the book. That'd be my biggest thing. If you leave me an honest bad review, I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna swallow that pill, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna hope you read that next book so you can see like, oh,
exactly.
Right here. So yeah.
That's what I was talking about. That's exactly what I was talking about on my live, like a week and a half ago. Because I got a 1-star review on my new book. And I was like, let me read it. And it was like so short. It was just like a 1 sentence. Like, she was like, it has no structure. She didn't do this, this, or this. This was just horrible. And then I was like, I'm going to take that with a grain of salt and improve. But then something in the back of my head was like, Shy, go look at other reviews. She didn't post it. And it was all the same.
I done did that to somebody before. Oh my God, it's the same thing. Because it's funny that we all literally go through the same exact things. Like, low-key, we don't even know it, but we really all go through the same thing as far as, like, publishing these books and people leaving reviews because it's so crazy. You can see this, and I did the same exact thing to someone.
When I seen that this quote-unquote person, that's what I'm called, this thing, was leaving the same, 1-star reviews on every urban book, I was like, yeah, this is a person that's just toxic and just wants to give a negative star for no reason.
Honestly speaking, I thought that those 1-stars go a long way. Because even this book, my first review was a 2-star, and it had nothing to do with my book. It was about, I don't even know, the lady ain't like reading series, so that pissed me off completely. Like, I was discouraged for like a day. And then my second review was a 1-star, and I was like, okay, let me see what you say. And she was like, overall the storyline was great. It just had errors. So I took that 1-star. Like, that's
that's a true review.
Okay, I need to make sure. Yeah, so I was happy that, because she still made it clear, like, this storyline is still lit. Like, you feel me? But, like, an error is definitely a valid reason for someone to give a 1-star. So that didn't bother me. It was just that 2-star that bothered my soul. Because I was like, this ain't got nothing to do with my book. She's bringing down my ratings. But sometimes, if she can post it on somebody else's book, just don't post it. I went to her comments. It's the same. So after that, I was just like, you know what? It's whatever. I guess this is what, it comes with. But then when other reviews, I come in 5-star, 4-star, 5-star, 4-star. Listen. So I don't got no 3-star. Yeah, I got that 1-1-star and that 1-2-star, and then the rest is 5 and 4. So I'm content with that. As long as people reading it, they know that it's lit. If the errors people are pointing it out, and I'm taking it in as well. You can be like, I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna go make sure I get me a better editor, and so I'm gonna just do my part. As long as they do things, like, go ahead, don't be lying on my book stuff.
Right, and exactly, like my publisher, he told me straight up before the book even got released, he was like, listen, this book is not where it needs to be. He was like, you have your storyline, you have everything going for the book. He was like, you have the shock value, he's like, you had me read the whole book. It was like, I want to know what's going to happen with book 2, with Camila and everything like that. He was like, but you just need to do this, this, and this. And I did exactly that.
I have a question. Who's your publisher?
Cash, Lockdown Publications.
Does he, like, read all your books? Or is it, like, some books here and there? I don't know. Because I just want to... I don't know what the job... of a publisher really is. So every time like getting understanding here and there from different
Mm-hmm.
people, because I like the idea that you just said like he read your book. I think that's amazing as a publisher to read your author's books. I think that is amazing for real.
Honestly,
So I was asking, like,
I don't know. I don't know how he gonna take when I send him that 100K plus story. He probably, I think he will find the time to read that because I've been bragging about that story. He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna have to read this." But like as of my other stories, that's like 40K and up. Yeah, he definitely is gonna read those because he has me like in the development stage because I'm starting over basically. So especially I'm gonna be his first author to publish paranormal. So he definitely wants to read that for sure. I already sent him a snippet of that and he definitely wants to read more of what I have with that. But as of my urban and romance, he already knows how my writing style is and he hasn't tried to change that or anything like that. He just pushes me in the right way along with my editor. My editor even said my editor was like, "This is a great story and you're writing a book that young people," that's the reason I'm so connected with this book is because it has so much in it that young people, old people, our age can relate to if they've been through it. That's why I think it's so much of a hard book for some to read and finish because of the topics that I have in the book. And I knew it was going to be that. I already prepared myself for the reviews that's to come with this book because of some of the harsh details that's in it. Like I could have went harsher and my publisher would have been like,
sometimes readers take to that very
yeah.
well though.
Mm-hmm.
Because even like Love Broke Me the First Baby, I thought people was gonna be on there like, "Oh, she's stupid, she's stupid, left and right." And I've had some of my, off the first time like, "Oh yeah, she's stupid." You feel me? And I'm just sitting there like, everybody's stupid for somebody. That's how I feel. So it's like more on the realistic side. You feel me? So people, and it's crazy because my reviews were like, I'm glad she just, she basically like moved on from the situation that, because people are understanding. And that's the crazy thing. You would think that people are not as understanding as they are, but readers definitely like, you don't know which way it'll go. Like where you would think right now, like people gonna be mad. A lot of people gonna be like, damn, like you gonna be like, damn, like you gonna touch them. So I would say that like the reactions is nothing like we would ever really know for real.
Exactly. So another thing is I had a whole different title for this book, right? My publisher, he was like, "That title not hitting." I was like, "What you mean?" He was like, "It's just not for this book." He was like that. He was like, "Maybe for one of your other books," but he was like, "For this book, it's not hidden because this story is so powerful anyway." So he was like, "You're gonna have to come up with something new." Go ahead.
Because I've had that conversation with Adam before. And I think that's probably one of the things I don't like about having a publisher, because it's like, I'm pretty sure you put that, it's a meaning behind your title. You picked that title for a reason. You didn't just, you didn't just freaking dig in a bag full of titles and whip the title out. You know what I mean?
Right.
The title means something. So, me, I've had that conversation before where a publisher's like, this title doesn't work with this book, and it's a really amazing book, but this title just doesn't go with it. And for me, it discouraged me. It's just like, you feel like this is my book, I put my all into this, and then for me to give you a title and you be like, "Oh no, this ain't cutting it," like that's hurtful, because the bottom line is all of this is me. So you taking something away from me by not letting me, be able to title my book what I want to title it.
Right, you have a big point. You definitely do there. But with this story, I think that's the only exception, because usually I'd have been like, can we like at least try it, But with this story, right, I went through so many titles. Because I didn't even have a title with it. And the title that I had, I mean, it was there. But I felt like it wasn't there. So when he said that, it really clicked, like I need to come up with a different title. I felt like mutual. Now, if it was a title I was set on, I'd have been like, I'd have been like, no, don't let me change it, no, but with this book and the title that I gave it, he was like, yeah, now that's it. It had everybody like, oh my God, what's going to go with this story? Because what he had me do was, he just had me post the title. I didn't have a cover yet. I didn't have the synopsis yet. Nothing. I just had the title. So I was like, this book is coming out whenever it comes out. And it was like whoa, what's gonna come up with this story here? Because I'm nothing without his love. What does this mean? They was like baffled. They was like, what does this mean? Like, is she gonna be like, the stupid girl? Is she gonna be crazy? Is she gonna be this? They had so many questions. So when I posted the cover with the title, they was like, I'm kind of trying to piece it together, but I still don't know. That's what my publisher wanted for the book. And I actually loved the way that went. Because it had readers like, I don't know. So when I did the synopsis, it was like, oh my God, what is going to come up with this story? Please, I want to read it now. So when people were saying that, I was like, I did something. We have something here. And I had readers message me who were like, I've been through what you wrote. And I cried on like the first page. When they said they cried on the first page, I'm like, they haven't even got to like the most, I'm going to say disturbing. Yeah, I'm going to say disturbing. I'm like, they haven't even got to the most disturbing part and they already cried yet. I mean, the first page, I didn't cry when I wrote it. Right. It was like the middle where I started crying, because I put this character through so much. And like, when it got to like that ending climax part, I'm like, I got to the point where I was like, can I finish writing her story? But when I reminded myself the true meaning of this book, I was like, I definitely can finish her story. So yeah, definitely a twisted writer, for real. that is very true, very very true. So what's next for you in the future with your books? What do we have next for you?
They must have just keep coming, honestly. I don't know what's coming. That's the thing. I know a lot of people like plan out their storylines months in advance. I'm not one of those people. I do have a few storylines in my phone, but if it was that, pressing for me, I would have been on it, writing it. I'm not there yet, so I feel like I just need to finish this, my second part to this book. After that, I can focus on a whole completely another book. Like, I have an idea in the back of my mind. What's the book going to be like? I have a cover for it. His name is going to be Cree, and everybody's going to love him. And that's all I know so far right now. But it's coming, and it's going to be lit. I just know it's going to be lit. Once I get that feeling, it's like, all right, it's time for me to apply pressure. And that's where I feel like I'm at. I just need to get this book out. As far as series go for me, I don't think I'm doing series anymore. I think it's going to all be standalone because I find series difficult to do. Like, I feel like it's time consuming. I don't want to sit on one book for so long. I feel like every series that I wrote, I've always struggled with my second part with writing it because I'm always ready to be on to the next book. So this will probably be that last series for me.
I was at that point too.
And it's time to get them out. And, series is holding me back from doing that. It's just time consuming. Let me just get these books out.
Right. I was at that point too. I was like, I don't want to do series anymore. But when I wrote all these other books, I'm like, damn it. This is about to be a damn series. That's what I did to myself. Because the way I ended the book. That damn ending. I still feel like I did not want you.
And readers was never satisfied. You done wrote a 10-series book, man. These readers just never satisfied. They always want more. So my thing is, y'all about to get these standalones to leave me alone. That's all.
Right. I'm like, I want to do standalones, but sometimes I might, because I have 2 books that's going to be a series for sure. I already know that. I already have that planned out. I already have book 2 for both of the series halfway done. So there's that. But after that, I think that might be the only series that I do. Wait, pause, rewind. Actually, I can't do that. Want to know why? Because I'm be writing paranormal books. And paranormal books, they have to sometimes have a series to it. Because it's so much, so much backstory, bloodlines, and all that crazy stuff. So I'm going to be stuck doing series. But with paranormal, that's going to be fun. Yeah. With the paranormal, that's going to be fun. Because you can do so many twists and turns and not have it being confusing because, like I said, you can do that. But this show was very fun. I told you were gonna like it. I told you we were gonna have that homegirl conversation like we've known each other.
Yeah, it was nice. This was nice.
So, whenever you come out with book 2 in April or whatever date you'll have, I will.
It'll be this month. It's this month. Like, we gonna speak of the take this month. Come up to this month. That's it. We gonna speak of the take this month. We gonna manifest it this month. At the end of it, it'll be out. I don't think will beat me up and stalking me and harassing me about the part. So yeah, you'll get it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in your inbox. Like, as soon as it drops, I'm gonna read it. I buy everybody books. I don't do Kindle Unlimited. I buy everybody's books. So I will be getting the book and be like, we're gonna have another book discussion because we need to talk about some stuff. So I really, really, really loved having you on the show. This was great. I haven't did a show in quite a minute, and this was a breath of fresh air. Can't wait to do another one.
This show was nice. I actually want to start my own podcast, so this was nice. Give them a feel of how it is and, you know, how to talk. You know, not everybody like the way I talk, so you know, it's whatever. But this was nice. I like it.
This was great. Like, if you listen to it back, you'll hear my music on the podcast and everything. Yeah. It was great. I love you. She loves you. Have a great night, you guys. Be safe. Bye.
Good night, everyone.